everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. I can't believe it's already been a month since our last podcast episode. It's been a super fun last month. I went to the Renee rap concert with my wife and it was so much fun. She's so talented. She's gonna be in the new remake of Mean Girls, but it's Mean Girls like the musical. So there's Mean Girls the movie, then they made it into a musical on Broadway. Now they're taking the musical from Broadway and making it into a movie again. And she's going to be Regina George in it, and she's so talented. So I'm really excited to see that when it comes out. And then otherwise, I've been knitting a lot, reading, all the cozy things. Oh, and I had a super fun, cozy fall day with my friend Morgan, and she also makes YouTube videos, so I'll link her video down below because she vlogged the day. We did lots of Halloween-y, fall, October-y things, and it was so much fun. Let me know what you've been up to down below. Any good books you're reading. I finished the book Fourth Wing, and so the next one, the sequel, I think comes out in November. But let me know what you're reading, because in the meantime, I don't have anything else I'm like super interested in reading. I have a whole bookshelf, but of course I don't want to read any of the books on it. I feel like that's just how it goes. Like, same with a yarn stash. You have your entire yarn stash, yet somehow we can convince ourselves we need to buy new yarn for a project. And with those updates, let's get into it. We can go over what I've recently finished, what I'm working on, and then I did purchase one skein of yarn in the last month, and I'll show you that at the end. Yay! So, the first thing I'm wearing that I finished, this is my Cleo sweater by Milena Paulina on Instagram. I was test knitting this for her, and it's knit up in Majo. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Tweed Supreme in the color Avocado. And you can see it has really pretty like orangey rust and yellow flecks in it, in the yarn. It's so beautiful, and it's merino wool, so it's super soft. Sometimes tweed to me is itchy, but this is not whatsoever. So I finished this up for her test knit. We were supposed to finish it by October 22nd, so I'm thinking the pattern will probably be out somewhere around there. When it is, I'll link it down below once she releases it, and I'll probably post about it on Instagram, so follow me there and then you won't miss it when this pattern comes out. It was super great pattern, easy to follow. I love the wide sleeves and the super large cuff. And an example of how well written her pattern is that for the arm, for instance, some knitting patterns will say pick up, let's say 60 stitches evenly around the arm, and that's it. So then I've done that before, and then they were not even enough, so you have to rip all of them out and then redo it again, and maybe you have to redo it a couple times. But with hers, she said pick up stitches around the arm, the number, and she tells you like the sequence to pick them up in. So like pick up 2 stitches, skip a stitch, pick up 1 stitch, then pick up 2 stitches, skip a stitch, pick up 1 stitch, and then it's even all the way around the armhole for whatever size you're making. And I appreciate that so much, because it's hard to visualize what would be like evenly to someone versus like yourself. So that was one of my favorite things in the pattern, that she included that. Super well written, easy to follow, and it has the folded collar, so knit it twice as long and then fold it in. Super great for fall. This green, I love it. She has a few other patterns that I want to make now that I've made this one. I wanted to anyway, but now after such a positive experience knitting this, I want to make some other stuff. So she has the city biker hat. That is so cute. It's a beanie with little ear flaps, and it's just so charming. I haven't seen a beanie like that. I feel like it's usually a balaclava or a beanie, not usually a beanie with the little ear flaps. So I want to make that, and it's really cute because you can wear it down with them hanging with the strings, or like tie it up around your head, which I just find is so cute. And then she also has a balaclava that's coming out, but it's all scrap yarn, but scrap mohair. And I haven't seen a full mohair balaclava that I've liked as much as hers. So I'm gonna look through all my scraps from previous projects and see if I can put together a cute stripe pattern like hers and knit that up eventually. So those are two more of her patterns I want to make. But yes, 10 out of 10, recommend. You should totally make this when it comes out. It's a perfect like staple basic sweater with just some fun details that make it a little different, like the long cuffs, the folded neckline. She also included videos, like links to YouTube videos in the pattern for different techniques that she uses. So this is definitely a beginner friendly pattern. If you haven't knit a full sweater yet, this would be a good place to start, I think. But yeah, very happy with how this turned out. And thank you so much for having me test knit, Milena. If you're watching this, it was so fun. The next thing that I officially finished is the thin sweater. So last time last time I posted a video, I said that I was counting this as completed because I only had like 5 inches of the second sleeve left. But I just had to show you that I did officially finish it. Sleeve 1 and sleeve 2. So this is officially done. This is my first time knitting a sweater with 3mm needles, and I think it will be like, for a while, that will be the first one that I've done. I'm not rushing to knit another sweater with 3mm needles because it took quite a while. I knit everything to pattern except for the sleeves. So you're supposed to continue the decreases all the way to your wrist, but I didn't want them super tight around my wrist. I like how this is like looser too. So I knit the decreases to my elbow, following the pattern, how much you're supposed to do, and then just knit the whole thing straight. But otherwise, I followed the pattern to a T, and really happy with how it turned out. This is knit up in Drops Flora. I think she uses isager wool. I'm not sure which one in her pattern, but I had Drops Flora in my stash, so I used that, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So it's officially done. Yay. Okay, the next thing that I have finished is a pair of socks, and here they are. Whenever I hold these up, I feel like I'm talking on the phone when I hold it by my face. Hey! Anyway, I knit these I'm Batty for Halloween socks by Stone Knits, and it's in her book Charming Colorwork Socks. So I used, let's see, the green is Malabrigo sock yarn in the color Lettuce, and the charcoal is Hedgehog Fibers Twist Sock, and I can't remember the color, but I'll put it down below. So that's what I used for these. They were so fun to make. I started them back in September, and my goal was to finish them by October 1st. Because October 1st was when I was going on that fun October adventure with my friend Morgan, and I wanted to wear them that day. So, started them in September, expecting to finish them. Well, we got to September like 26th, and I was halfway done. Like, I had just turned the heel on the first sock, and I was like, okay, awesome, I have 4 days. I need to knit the rest of these in 4 days because I really wanted to wear them on our little outing. So I didn't knit on anything else those 4 days, and I just was going crazy knitting these socks, and I finished in time, which made me so happy because I got to wear them that day. And yeah, they're just such a perfect spooky season sock. The last thing I also finished this month is a sock, and I want to talk to you about the heels. So, okay. This is the other pair of socks I finished. This is just a basic vanilla sock that I made up. I didn't follow pattern. The white yarn is isager sock yarn in white, and then the marled blue is from Biche et Bouche. Their sock yarn. I think the color is Mountain Brew. So I knit these up last month, and again, basic vanilla sock, nothing too crazy, just contrast toe, heel, cuff. Love the way these fit. And you can see this heel is a heel flap and gusset construction. And then this one is a short row heel. And I'm curious which one you like better. I find I like the fit and how it feels on my foot of a heel flap and gusset more, but I love a short row heel because you don't need to put half of the stitches on hold while you're knitting it. You can just knit the short row heel and keep the rest of them on your needles. So let me know which one you like better, because I definitely am a fan of the heel flap and gusset, but it's kind of a pain when you get to the heel part that you have to put the other half of the stitches on hold. Or maybe there's a way that you can keep them on, but I've always put them on hold, so let me know. But yes, finished these two socks. Love, love, love. And that is everything I finished this month. Now we can go over what I'm currently working on. So the first thing is something you have already seen in a previous video, so I haven't finished it yet, and it's the Winter Tales Blanket Shawl by Ozetta. So last time we were here, I think I had gotten like this little bit of the triangle done, and now I am almost halfway done. And this is just a great, like, mindless knit. Don't need to follow the pattern anymore. So I knit this if I'm like watching a movie, just hanging out, not needing to focus as much. It's very relaxing. And originally I thought I was going to run out of yarn because I'm using leftover unspun yarn from another project. It's right here. And I was nervous I might not have enough, but now I have way more than I thought. So I already reached like the halfway point in the pattern, but I'm just gonna keep going until I'm like halfway done with my yarn and then start the decreases, because it's just a giant triangle and you increase, 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 and then get to a certain point and then start decreasing. So as of right now, I have this cake left, or plate left, and I have 3 more. So I'm going to go use this whole one and then part of the 3rd plate and then use the last 2 plates to finish it off. But I'm not in a rush to finish this. I'm going to take my time because it's very relaxing, and then I can't wait to bring it the next time I go camping. The next thing that I'm working on you've also already seen, and it's basically in the same spot that it was at last time. So it's the Seasons, oops, got some unspun yarn. The Seasons sock by Summer Lee. And as you can see, they're in the same exact spot that they were at last time. And this is at the heel turn, yeah. So you can see this is heel flap and gusset, and it's on, I had to move the stitches on hold. So I'm curious if there's a way to knit this with not having to do that, but I also knit all my socks on like 9-inch circular, so I feel like there's not enough room for it to be easy to do everything I need to. But I like the way this is turning out. The like texture of it and how the color fade is kind of reminding me of everyone's tessellated sweaters by Andrea Mowry. And yeah, it makes me want to use this yarn for that if I ever decide to make that sweater. I'm using the Patons Croy sock yarn, and the color is called Mossy Colors. But I love this green, which will look so good with my sweater. Which reminds me, I meant to say when I was talking about the Cleo sweater. Okay, so this green, incredible. I have 2 of these left from the Cleo sweater. Now, Melena's estimation of yarn was chef's kiss. It was the perfect amount, but I over ordered because I was nervous about the colorway being the same, just in case I needed more. So I have 2 extra. And I think I'm going to use this to make the sailor beanie from Sari Nordland. And how cute would that be? I could have a matching beanie for my sweater and these socks, and I could wear all of them at once. And then maybe one day I'll make matching shorts or pants and just be in a full green outfit. But I love this tweed supreme yarn. It's so pretty. So yeah, I think I'll make the sailor beanie with this, and then one day catch me wearing them at the same time in my little green fit. Back to the season socks at the heel turn, and then I will have to do the second sock as well. But these are also one that I'm not in a rush for because I am working on another Halloween October specific pair of socks. So these have gone like on the back burner while I work on those, which let me show you them now. So they're another pair of socks by Stone Knits, and they're so cute. Okay, before I show them to you, I'm using the leftovers from my I'm Batty socks, so the green and the charcoal, and then I'm also using this orange, and it's Malabrigo sock yarn as well as the green. Same kind of yarn as the green one, just orange. So here they are. Like, are you kidding me? The pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns, I love them. Look at that. They are so cute. I'm right now on the heel turn of the short row heel, so this one, my stitches are all still on the circular, not on hold, and I'm in love with them. So I'm doing a contrast cuff with the orange, and now I think I'm going to do the toe orange, but then I wasn't sure if I should do contrast toe in green, or if I should do the cuff and toe both in orange on this sock, and then on the other sock do the cuff and toe green. So they're like a matching set, but they mismatch. Let me know what you think. Okay, here are the options. All orange, so that imagine the toe orange, or cuff is orange, the toe is green, or all orange for this sock, and then the second sock would be all green. Green cuff, green toe. Let me know what you think, because I really can't decide, but they're so cute. The happiest little faces. These are called the Just Peachy Pumpkin socks, and they're not in her book, so you can buy the pattern by itself. And they come with 2 sock patterns in it, so it comes with the chart for the pumpkins, and then it comes with a chart to show you how to make these look like peaches. So that would be a super cute sock to make in the spring or the summer, which I will probably end up doing. But I'm obsessed with these. I don't even know when I finish them. How will I choose what my favorite is? They're so cute. And that brings me to the last thing that I'm currently working on, which you will have seen if you watched my last video. Not my last knitting podcast, but I did a short, cozy vlog, and I brought you yarn shopping with me and to the bookstore, but yarn shopping, of course. And I am making a scarf, a red scarf. So I brought you with me to help pick out, in the last video, to pick out the red yarn. I was between a couple yarns. The one I went with is Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock Worsted in the color red. And here is the progress I've made so far. So I'm not following a pattern. I made this scarf pattern up for myself, And the reason I'm making this is because I want an all too well Taylor's version red scarf, the notorious red scarf that we all know and love. So I decided to make one. I think she sells it as part of her merch, but I thought it'd be more fun to make one. So here is the scarf. I love this texture. It is knit in moss stitch. And basically what I did is cast on 28 stitches onto 5.5 millimeter needle, 28 stitches, and for the first stitch of every row, I slip it purlwise, and then the last stitch of every row, I'm knitting it. And then across the 26 middle stitches is where I'm doing moss stitch. So it's been super fun, and this is another good mindless knit to pick up and put down. And I'm going to just keep knitting for as long as I have yarn. And I purchased 3 skeins of this. This is still the first one. So I'm gonna knit until I have a little bit of yarn left over, and then I want to add fringe on both ends of the scarf. But this is what I have so far. I love the texture of this. It's also reversible. So you know how like stockinette has right side, wrong side? The moss stitch looks the same on both sides. So that way when you wrap it around your neck, it won't ever show like the wrong side. And this is super drapey, and I'm loving how it's turning out. And I can write the instructions of how I put this together down below in case you want to make one too. And then we can match, which will be so fun. That is everything that I am working on at the moment. I really want to work on the Guernsey Genzer by Sendus Garn, and I've been wanting to make it since probably last year or early this year. And it's one of those sweaters where I want to make it so badly that I'm just not making it because I'm nervous. Let me know if that happens to you. I think I'm gonna finally order the yarn for it soon, but I don't know why that sweater is making me so nervous that I don't even want to start it. But I'm going to start that soon. And then otherwise, I want to make a couple beanies. I'll probably knit some more socks, maybe some Christmas socks. But that's pretty much probably all that I will knit for the rest of the year. But you never know. Something else catches my eye, I might make it, and I will keep you all updated. And the last thing I want to show you is a skein of yarn that I purchased. So this is from Nomadic Yarns, and she sells her yarn on Etsy. This is called, the colorway is called Spellman Mortuary, and this is her yak sock base. And so I've been so interested in trying the yak sock base because I've never tried a yak sock or yak yarn, I don't think. And with this, I'm thinking of making the DRK Everyday socks. So I believe those are knit toe up, which I've never knit a toe up sock before. So that would be something fun and new to learn, and to use this beautiful self-striping yarn. I'm pretty sure this is 7 stripes from, if I'm remembering correctly, 7 different colors and stripes. So I also have not used self-striping yarn to make socks before, so this will be fun. So I'm thinking of making that pattern with it. Let me know if you have any other favorite toe up sock patterns, because I want to learn how to do that and learn if there's like a different heel technique. I'm not sure if you do a short row heel with that or if there's something else, but yeah, I want to learn that. So let me know. This color is so pretty. So I'll add this to my sock yarn stash, and we'll see if that happens sooner or later that I decide to do this. That is everything. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching. I'm having the best time knitting this fall. This is my fall sweater. I made a bucket list of things I want to do this October/fall, and one was knit a fall sweater. So I can cross that off the list now that I have my olive green fall sweater. Let me know what you're knitting on, any books you're reading, anything fun you have coming up. Oh, any Halloween movies that you love, because it's getting into even more spooky season. I don't love super scary movies, but anything a little spooky, because that's the perfect activity to do when it's cold out. Knit, watch a spooky movie, or a fun one, you know, like Nightmare Before Christmas or Hocus Pocus or Halloween Town, all those classics. But let me know if you have any other recommendations. And thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy you're here, and I hope you are having a great day, a great week, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.